Good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode on my IG TV series, Vegan Breakfast with Brie. This morning, I'm going to make an easy vegan French toast. I'm picking French toast because I'm headed to church in a few minutes and I need something super fast and easy. And French toast is the way to go. Plus, I got a couple of requests on French toast. So, starting out, you're going to take some extra firm tofu. This is a soy, it's not soy free, but if you wanted to, you don't have to use the tofu. You can just use flour. So I am only going to use just a couple of grams. Squeeze out some of the moisture. You can leave a little bit of it in because you want to have like a custard-like base. Next, you're going to use some flax seeds. And this will kind of help everything come together, hold together, because flax seeds are fat, healthy fats. And usually I make flax eggs when I'm baking. So this is going to do the same thing. So I'm just doing 1 tablespoon of that. I am also going to go in, since my tofu still has a little moisture in it, I am only going to do about 1/4 cup of almond milk. And if I see that it needs more, I'll go back and add more. But you don't want it extremely runny. So we're gonna put 1/4 cup of almond milk or any nut milk. Also, nutritional yeast, I use it for everything. It's my jam. It'll just give it some color and a little bit of flavor too. So I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon. Let's do 1/2 tablespoon. I keep forgetting I'm only cooking for me, so 1/2 tablespoon nutritional yeast, boom. Now for sweetener, because French toast is supposed to be sweet, I am using monk fruit. This is really natural. It comes from the monk fruit, and I got it off Amazon. It's really sweet, so you only need like a little. You can use regular sugar if that's what you have, or stevia. I want to try to keep it a little healthy so I don't go overboard. And plus, I'm going to put powdered sugar on the top at the end, so as well as maple syrup. So really, you're getting all the sweetness you need. So that was about 1/2 teaspoon, and a little goes a long way with the monk fruit sweetener. You can find it on Amazon. And cinnamon, of course, it's not French toast without cinnamon. I'll go about 1/4. I like cinnamon, so I'm gonna put a little more in there. Nutmeg. I told y'all on one of my posts when I went to Chicago Diner that I tasted a little nutmeg in the French toast that they served me, and it was so good. And I was like, why don't I put nutmeg in my French toast? So now I'm putting nutmeg in there. Also, if you have vanilla, you can put a little bit of vanilla in there as well. I ran out of vanilla and I really want to get some fresh vanilla, so I'm just not going to put it in here. Now, this is black salt. I have not put this in my French toast before, but I'm going to try it this time. Black salt makes things taste like eggs, so I use it in my tofu scramble. And it is really like, it reminds you of something like when I first got it, it smelled kind of gaseous, like, I don't know, like it was about to explode or something. It's an Indian spice, so it makes things taste like eggs. And you only need a little, like not even a whole 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm just gonna go in with the tip of my fork and do a little bit of this. But yeah, you can get this on Amazon too. It was like $3, and you only need a little. It's kind of salty, but it's more eggy than anything. And I'm only using a dab. It goes a long way too. Lastly, if you have some maple extract or vanilla, you can use that. I'm going to use this maple stevia-based sweetener. I got it off Amazon too. Just 2 drops of that because a little goes a long way. All right, I'm going to blend it up. And this is making the custard. Like I said, it is a soy-based recipe. But if you don't want to use soy, you can certainly substitute flour. All right. Okay. Like I told you, I was going to test it and see if I needed more milk because I didn't know how much liquid the tofu would give off. and I definitely need more milk. So we're gonna go in with another 1/4 cup of almond milk. And this is building the custard. And I smell that black salt already. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. This is more like it. Boom. It's like custardy and thick, because if you were making regular French toast, this is how you would want it. All right. So I'm just gonna pour that custard base into my dish. Now, if it is too thin, you might want to like go and let this sit in the refrigerator while you go and do something for about 5 to 10 minutes, and the fat in the flaxseed will like help everything congeal. I'm gonna do a little bit more milk because I want to thin it out. So all in all, that ended up being like maybe half a cup of milk with like 1 teaspoon. Yeah, this is good. I can't smell the cinnamon, but I am a little stopped up, so I'm gonna put some more. And some more nutmeg. Boom. And like I said, I am topping this with powdered sugar and maple syrup, so I really want to focus on the egg and the cinnamon flavor. All right, so now for your bread. The bread is super important. You want to use a bread that is kind of thick, rustic is what they call it. I baked this bread a couple of weeks ago. It's just a quick bread recipe. And I'll show you guys that at a later date, but it is really thick, and you don't want to cut your French toast too thin. So I'm just gonna cut this one in half using a knife, and I want to keep it kind of thick, so I'm not gonna do these really thin. Boom. 1 and 2 pieces of bread. And bread is easy to make. Oh my God, like you just have to have time to make it. But I do prefer to bake my own bread and just put it in the freezer. Let's get them in the custard. And from here, it's your regular old French toast way of doing things. Into the custard on both sides. And you don't want to let it like sit in there, because you want to keep the inside of the bread in contact. Okay. Those 2 pieces. Let's do the thicker piece. And looking good. And this bread, I learned the hard way. Keep your bread thick, because I tried to use thin bread last time and it was a soggy mess. Okay, so this is going in my cast iron skillet. So my French toast is all done. I actually ended up sticking them in my toaster oven under broil while the other 2 were cooking, and it gave it some more texture and surface area. So. Oh, the French toast. Get the crumbs out of the way. Okay, icing. Use about 1 tablespoon, and I probably won't eat all of the icing because it's a lot of sugar. And about half a tablespoon of milk and liquid. And I love cinnamon, so I'm going to put a dash of cinnamon in my icing. Okay, and mix that up. I'm gonna do a little bit more powdered sugar. Like I said, powdered sugar is real easy. You just have to kind of get the dry to wet ingredients right. All right, that's better. Now it's thicker. Gotta be aggressive with it. All right, that's perfect. I don't like the way these are piled up. All right, here's what we're looking like, piled up high. I'm just gonna get some of that. Good old icing. And obviously the top piece is probably going to be sweeter than the other pieces. That's okay. and a little bit of maple syrup. A little bit of this goes a long way. Boom. All right, your vegan French toast.